Welcome to Neurology News Network. I'm Matt Hoffman. Let's get into the news from this week. The FDA approved a third member of the CGRP inhibitor class, with Eli Lilly's galcanezumab joining irenicumab and fremonezumab, the preventive migraine therapies being marketed as Emgality. It was assessed in a trio of phase 3 clinical trials, Evolve-1, Evolve-2, and Regain, all of which revealed a significant number of patients achieving a reduction of at least half of their monthly migraine days. Additionally, more than 10% of patients in both the 120 mg and 240 mg tested groups achieved a full 100% reduction in monthly migraine days. Dr. David Dodick, an investigator on several of galcanezumab's trials, told Neurology Live that he's excited to know that there are patients that are super responders. We may see these people for whom there's just been a dramatic change in the expression of this disease because of the pivotal role that CGRP plays in the biology of their illness, he said. The FDA also reiterated safety information about pimavanserin, marketed as Nuplazid, for the treatment of hallucinations and delusions due to Parkinson's disease psychosis. Since the therapy was approved for this indication in April 2016, the agency reviewed all available data from post-marketing reports of deaths and serious adverse events reported with the use of the drug. After a thorough review, FDA's conclusion remains unchanged that the drug's benefits outweigh its risks for patients with hallucinations and delusions of Parkinson's disease psychosis, the agency concluded. The FDA stated that overall, the data were consistent with the safety data included in the controlled clinical trials of pimavanserin for Parkinson's disease psychosis, which were submitted with the NDA. This data comprised of 25 clinical studies, including a phase 3 trial, all of which totaled more than 1,200 patients. For clinicians treating restless leg syndrome, the issue of augmentation has become a hot topic in recent years. To find out why, Neurology Live spoke with Dr. Mark Buchfuhrer, a national RLS expert, about the condition. He acknowledged that 75% or more of his referrals are patients with severe augmentation, which can be best treated by opioids, though with an epidemic ongoing, this is not always a welcome option. Many augmentation cases, he said, are worsened by a lack of understanding about how to treat the condition. Buchfuhrer said that in order to prevent things from worsening, he suggests avoiding the short-acting dopamine agonists, such as Mirapex and Requip, in higher doses. Instead, he recommended either splitting the FDA-approved half-milligram dose, giving one half earlier and one half later, or simply giving the full dose at an earlier time. Other options, he noted, included adding gabapentin or pregabalin, or switching to a long-acting dopamine agonist. This week, Neurology Live sat with Ronald Crystal, MD, the chairman of the Department of Genetic Medicine at Weill Cornell Medicine, about the introduction of gene therapies for the treatment of Alzheimer's disease. Crystal specifically spoke about a strategy to correct the risk of Alzheimer by adding E2 to the ApoE4 gene. Let's take a look.
If we inherit from both parents the ApoE2 gene, which only differs by a couple of amino acids, then we have a decreased risk for the development of Alzheimer's. On the other hand, if we inherit the ApoE4 gene from both parents, we have a 20-fold increased risk for Alzheimer's. So our strategy is a gene therapy strategy to do something your parents can't do. That is, change your genetics. And so you can't change your parents, but we can change the genetics of your brain. And so the strategy is to convert the ApoE4 brain into an ApoE4-E2 brain using gene therapy. And it's based on the further epidemiology that while ApoE4 inheritance is risky, if you're a heterozygote, that is, if you inherit ApoE2 and E4, the E2 takes away the E4 risk. And so the gene therapy strategy is to put the E2 gene within the brain, produce E2, and then convert essentially the brain into a heterozygote or better.
For more direct access to expert insight, head to neurologylive.com. This has been Neurology News Network. Thanks for watching.